Guys, welcome back. It is preview time. An early preview this time of the League Cup tie against Shrewsbury, which takes place on Tuesday evening at 7:45. And I want to take you through the preview for this game and give you my thoughts on what I believe will happen between the Mariners and Shrewsbury Town. So, if we look at the opposition first in Shrewsbury, obviously managed by Michael Appleton, former Grimsby Town loanee, in fact, and they haven't had the best of starts to the league campaign. Only 1 point from their first two league games. And we'll go through the recent results shortly. The Mariners obviously have had a very, very strong start of the season. David Artell's team are scoring for fun at the moment. It's 6 goals in 2 games that the Mariners have scored, and they look, like a side that seem to know where the net is right now. If we look at what the team selection may be for the Mariners, obviously you've got players that haven't played much so far, sort of like Jamie Walker hasn't really started yet. Sam Lavelle, who we've just brought in, hasn't started yet. Danny Rose might be available for some part. He was at Harrogate. He was with the team. Obviously, Yasin is a few weeks off yet before he returns, and a few of the sort of fringe players that haven't really played many minutes right now. You can see them starting. You may get Seb Orton in the team, but I've got a feeling Christy Pym may keep his place for this, but Seb Orton could come in as well if need be. I said Shrewsbury have not started well. If we look at the form guide of both sides, as you can see in the first 2 games, Shrewsbury got a 0-0 draw with Bromley on the opening game of the season, and got walloped 4-0 by Tranmere on Saturday, which is not good for Michael Appleton. The feeling from the fans of Shrewsbury and that appointment of Michael didn't seem to go down too well. I just don't think things are great during pre-season now. Shrewsbury got a 3-0 win over Kidderminster. They lost 5-2 to Bolton, while also getting a 2-2 draw with Burnley. Whereas with the Mariners, of course, they have won 4 of their last 5 games, that being obviously a 2-1 friendly win at home to Lincoln, a 2-1 win at Boston, a 3-2 win at home to Peterborough, obviously, and the 3-0 win last on the opening day of the season. I was going to say last weekend, what am I saying? On the opening game of the season, 3-0 against Crawley, and that dramatic firecracker of a game against Harrogate, which ended up 3-3. Couldn't contrast more the feeling over both sides. I do have a lot of respect for Shrewsbury. I think overall they've been a good club over the years. They're a decent club. It's not good to see them in the plight that they are in. Obviously, they're surely bound to be embarrassed by the 4-0 drubbing at the weekend. If we look at previous meetings between the two sides, the last time The last 3 times, it's 1 win each and a draw. We got the win in as far back as March of 2010. We got a 3-0 win against Shrewsbury. We also got a 0-0 draw back in 2015, in December of 2015. And the last time we played Shrewsbury was December 15th of 2015, when Shrewsbury beat us in the FA Cup by a goal to 0. That was, of course, under old manager Paul Hurst, who was at Shrewsbury at the time in his first spell there after leaving us. How ironic that was. If you look at the overall competitiveness, again, it is very, very even. Out of the last 14 times that these two teams have played, it's almost as level as you can get. 3 wins each and 8 draws. So there hasn't been much between the two sides in previous times. So it's one of those sort of games that it could go either way. Form is with the Mariners. I don't think we'll see a bereft of changes, but I think we'll see 5 or 6, I believe. But I think they are going to be good to be able to come on and be as competitive as we have been. So if we're to look at what score prediction for the game would be, I would say, before we do that, I would say that the Town, you would make them, being at home, I think you would make them narrow favourites. I say narrow right now because you don't want to, underestimate any team. And I think because of the 4-0 drubbing, it could go one of 2 ways with Shrewsbury. That could either motivate them to come here and prove a point, or it could make them absolutely crumble. But we shall see. I would say the Mariners will be slight favourites for that game. I'd love to see Danny Rose get some minutes, if he's fit, of course, for what we can. I'd love to see Sam Lavelle start as well, and Jamie Walker, I think, should get a start in this. I would probably keep Christy Pym in goal for this. I know a lot of people right now are sort of downplaying it. I know a couple of fans were saying to me, if we go out the League Cup, it's not a problem. I don't agree with that this year. I don't agree with that in cup competitions in general. I feel like, let's be fair, we're not going to win this League Cup, and I'm aware that we won't win the League Cup. But if we can get through a couple of rounds, a bit of revenue, more exposure, that's the way I'm looking at it is for us right now, and helps with the forthcoming accounts as well. If we can get cup runs, so I would love to see us get through this one. There is no reason why we cannot get through this. It's someone at the same level as us. So to me, I think if we play somewhat like we have been doing, just be a little bit more switched on defensively than we were against Harrogate, because that was the only real fault, is that we switched off after we gave the penalty away for a little bit. We kind of got a bit shaky, but then we found our feet again. If we play anything like we did against Peterborough or we did against Crawley, it should be a win. If I was to go for a score prediction, I'm gonna go a Mariners win here, and I'm gonna go for a 2-0 win, and I'm not gonna go for goal scorers because there's bound to be. Actually, do you know what? I will. The two guys that I mentioned, I think will start. Actually, I'm going to go for Justin Malazor to score and Jamie Walker to get a goal in this 2-0 win, I'm saying, against Shrewsbury. But again, it's one of these things that Shrewsbury lost heavy at the weekend. That doesn't mean it's going to be a walk in the park. If anyone thinks it's just going to be town, I just have to turn up and we'll win. That's not the case. We're going to have to play well to beat these, and that's how we have to treat all opponents as they do us. And they will have to us. So I'm saying a 2-0 win. Like I said, Jamie Walker to get one, and Justin Malazor, because I think both those guys will probably start that game. So I'm saying those two to get the goals. Leave me your thoughts down below on what you think. Are you going to be at the game on Tuesday night? If not, it will be on Sky Sports Plus, guys. So if you cannot get to the game for whatever reason, you're at home for whatever reason, you can catch it on, like I said, on Sky Sports Plus, which takes every single League Cup game this season as well as part of the Sky deal. So if you cannot make Blundell Park, you do have the TV option to be able to watch the Mariners play the Shrews at Blundell Park. That is this preview done, but I wanted to get it out for you quite early if I could. Like, share, subscribe, comment, leave me your score predictions down below. What do you think the team will be against Shrewsbury, and how many people of you agree with me that yes, we're not going to win this competition, it's for certain, but let's go and try and win as many games as we can, and get a win over a fellow league rival. Why not? Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. If you are at Blundell Park tomorrow, do come and see me. I will be there tomorrow night. So, all good stuff. In the meantime, guys, I will see you with a review of the game after the game. In the meantime, guys, up the Mariners. Oh, and by the way, I just want to give, before I finish, I just want to give the ladies team another shout out. They've gone another win as of yesterday of recording this. They made another win as well, another good win for the ladies. So another great win for them. Great pre-season for them as well. So well done to the Grimsby Town women. They're really building up their pre-season preparation. So, with that said, like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you, if not at the game, I will see you guys after the game to take you through all the ups and the downs, and I'm sure another thrilling 90 minutes at Blundell Park. In the meantime, guys, up the Mariners, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da. Sun's in my eyes, I've noticed now. Yay. See you guys soon.